Hello and welcome to this revision lesson on volume of a cuboid. As usual, have some paper to work on, have a pen, pencil, have a calculator as well, please. Right, we'll begin with some knowledge retrieval, some of the basic facts that you need to know. As normal, pause the video, work out the answer, resume the video and see if you are right. Okay, in order to multiply these three numbers together, start by multiplying the first two together. 3 times 7 is 21. Then multiply by 2 to get B was correct. Next one. 5 times 3 is equal to 15. 15 multiplied by 6 would give you 90. C was correct. Which of the following units are used to measure volume? Okay, centimeters would measure lengths. Millimeters squared, because of the squared, would measure area. Kilogram is used to measure mass. Anything with cubic units, so meters cubed, is used to measure volume. Simple equation to solve. In order to solve this equation, in order to work out what h is, we need to get rid of the multiply by 20. We do that by dividing both sides of the equation by 20. Therefore, h is equal to 6. C was correct. Okay, when it comes to working out the volume of a cuboid, there's a formula you need to remember. The volume is equal to the length multiplied by the width multiplied by the height. In this case, the length is 6, the width is 2, the height is 2. Multiply all those together. 6 times 2 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, and the units, because the lengths are in centimeters, the volume will be centimeters cubed. Right, you have a go at this one. Pause the video. And you should have done volume is equal to length times width times height, which is 8 times 3 times 4. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 times 6 is going to give you 96 centimeters cubed. Right, here's another one. This time we're dealing with a cube. We need to remember that a cube is a 3D shape where all of the lengths are equal. Therefore, the height is 4, the width is 4, and the length is 4. The volume will be 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64 centimeters cubed. Right, pause the video and you try this one. So once again, we've got a cube. The length, the width, and the height are all the same. The volume is 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125 centimeters cubed. Okay, another one. This time, we're told the volume, it's 120, and we're asked to work out the missing dimension. We're asked to work out the height. So we know what the formula is. If we insert the values we've got that the volume is 120, the length is 5, the width is 4, and the height is missing. If we simplify, sorry, that should be a multiply. If we simplify this equation, we end up with that. And we solve this equation by dividing by 20 to be left with a height of 6 centimeters. Oops. That there are 864 packets will fit inside the box. Right, next question. Once again, pause it, have a go, use your calculator. Right, this question is talking about the amount of water that we can fit inside of the shape, so therefore it's a volume question. So once again, begin by finding the volume. 30 times 6 times 19 gives us a volume of 3,420 centimeters cubed. The container is two-thirds full of water, so the next step would be find 2/3 of this number, divide it by 3 and multiply it by 2, and you get 2,280 centimeters cubed. That's how much water is in the tank. Now, a cup holds 275 milliliters of water. We have mixed units. That's how much water we've got. That's how much water is in a cup. You need to know that 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 cubic centimeters. Therefore, this is 2.28 liters. Still got mixed units. This is equal to 2,280 milliliters because there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. Now we've got that, what we can do is we can take the amount of water we've got, divide it by the amount of water we can get in a cup. we get 8.29, which means we can fill in total 8 cups. And another question. Pause, have a go, and then resume the video and see if you got it right. Right, this question starts off talking about the surface area of the two shapes. So we're going to need to calculate the surface area of this shape. The way we do that is we work out the area of each face and then we add them all together. So for example, on the front, we've got a rectangle which is 48 centimeters squared. That comes from 6 times 8. The right-hand side, we've got a rectangle which is 6 by 18, which has got an area of 108. And on the top, we've got a rectangle which is 8 by 18, which has an area of 144. Now, that's 3 out of the 6 faces. Remember, the back is the same as the front, the top's the same as the bottom, and so on. If you add up all 6 areas, you get a total surface area of 600 centimeters squared. The surface area of the cube is equal to the surface area of the cuboid, so that means this shape has a surface area of 600 centimeters squared. Now, because it's a cube, then every face is a square and they're all the same size. So therefore, if we divide by 6, we can work out that the area of one face is 100 centimeters squared. And because they're squares, all the lengths are the same. So if we square root that 100, we can find out that the length of each edge of the cube is 10. Now, Janet says the volume of the cube is equal to the volume of the cuboid. Well, the volume of the cube is 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000 cubic centimeters. And the volume of the cuboid is 8 times 18 times 6, which is 864 centimeters cubed. Therefore, is Janet correct? No, she's not, because you can clearly see from our workings that the two volumes are not the same. Right, if you need any more practice, Sparks Maths Independent Learning, code U786.